Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Right now I'm taking KUBOTA. He's going out for a walk. KUBOTA. Hey, KUBOTA, look at me. What are you thinking there, buddy? Huh? What are you thinking? You a good boy, huh? Anyway, he's doing really good. Becoming a really good dog, which is great. Sorry for me, I am under the weather. Got a cold, I guess. Angie has it too. It seems like whenever we have grandkids over, whether they're sick or not, we get sick every time. And we're sick. Anyway, we'll get over it. So, well, hold on, you need to go potty? Huh? You haven't gone yet. So anyway. Alright. And there's my Willow. What you doing, Bub? Huh? What you doing? What you doing, honey? Are you my good girl? Yes, you are. Come here. Give me love. I want my love. Where'd you go? Huh? I don't know if you see it. Rabbit's gone. It was right up the center of the driveway. Anyway, come on, Willow. Let's go potty, honey. Let's go potty. I'm going to take her, too. What you doing, baby? Huh? What you doing, baby? She is such a good girl. Ah, I would love to let her run free. But when it comes to deer, she's gone. I lost her for 5 hours the last time. And you talk about a grown man of 60 years old crying his ass off, was me. She's done it 3 times. And I really thought I lost her. So, Dad. Hey, what are you doing? You wanted out. I thought you had to go potty. You gotta go potty? Are you done? Are you done? Well, tell me. Hey, are you gonna tell me? You gonna speak? You're gonna be quiet today. Look how pretty she is. Her fur is kicking back in again. She's filling out. The last 2 meetups we went to, she looked like skin and bones. But that's just the way she is. The doctors told me not to worry about nothing. Super healthy dog. So anyway, I'm going to do a little walk around. I want to show you all my garden. It's been 10 days since I did my pruning of my tomato plants and all my squash. So I thought that video should be going out today. Should be going out today. And then tomorrow, this video go out. We had massive rain this morning and wind. And look at this sunflower. It took a hit last night. Luckily, I keep inside the cage. Anyway, here's my tomato plants. Look how big they've gotten. Since I've trimmed them, they've gained almost a foot. Each square is 6 inches. And this is about right in that area, so it's gotten, what, 8 inches tall? They're all doing really good. Yep, everything looks great. That one I made a mistake on and cut the wrong piece, so that's coming back. But they're all looking good. And I got a feeling I'm going to do something. Okay, remember I told you I did carrots? You can only see a couple carrots here and there. It didn't work. And something, nope, yeah, that's there. Something didn't work with them. All right, I can't grow carrots. So, those are my pepper plants that were dying that I brought back. They're doing pretty good. I'm thinking about taking out that pepper plant, and maybe another one. There's a real tiny one over there. And put them in this bed. And I'm going to see what happens. I don't know. I think I'm going to do that today. Get it in here and get that done. And leave the other ones right here. But those were all real small when I put them out here. Alright, here you go over here. Look at that. Sugar snap peas right here. And what didn't come up originally, I have reseeded again. You can see the old new shoots coming in. They're all everywhere. All the way through. They're looking really good. I've got some lettuce over here. I have green beans all over here. 3 rows width. They're doing good. Here is my cilantro right here. We've been using that up. That is Brussels sprouts. There's broccoli, and look at this. Yeah, broccoli's looking good. So this whole bed, this whole above ground bed here is for basically the Brussels sprouts and broccoli. And look at it, look at that, it looks great. Nice big old healthy plant. Kind of crowding the space of this one, but that's all right. Looking good, huh? All right, let's take a look at my onions. Look at this. They're looking really good. Now, gonna throw you some controversy here, guys. The onions that I did not trim are bigger onion than the ones that I did trim. No kidding. So, whether that works or not, I don't know. Now, I'm going to do some looking into this. And, yeah, all these other onions are smaller. The ones I did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're all bigger than what's out here. And I did not trim them. So, I don't know what's really happening. Why that's doing that. They're all the same fertilization, everything. Actually, I'm done doing the high nitrogen. I'm going to go straight to putting in probably a 10-10-10. I tried finding a 5-5-5, between a 5 and a 10, and I don't think I could find it was a 10-10-10, so I've got that. I'll be putting that on here, and in fact I probably put on a lot of this stuff in here. But all right, let's go take it to the other part of the garden. Isn't that nice? Okay, guys, look at this crap. Holy moly. Look at my potato plants. Look how big they are. That is something else. They are probably 2 foot tall. It's amazing. Look at this. Okay, 10 days ago, I did a video on pruning these plants, okay? All right, got a zucchini squash there, got one there. I think there was another one in here somewhere. Down there in the bottom, back there. And they're looking good. Watermelon here, corn I'm trying to grow, trying to see what I can do with that. Just trying, I only put a few of them up because I knew I can't grow them. I believe that is pumpkin, I think. Here's my container gardening. They're doing good. Look at all the rain we've had. These things are just amazing. They're just doing really, really good. And some of that fabric is going down. That is eggplant. Let's move over here. Look at this. 10 days ago, I did this video. Right? Look at this right here. Squash. That is every bit of 2 foot long. I've got another one. I got another one. I've got another one. Everything's looking great. Everything's looking fantastic. Look at the blooms everywhere. This is the one that I clipped at the bottom wrong, and it took half the bush away. Look at this. It was only really short. That's looking good. Look at this right here. That's the yellow squash. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Maybe insects, because they're they're not blooming out any. It is blooms, but no cucumbers yet. Over there, they're doing pretty good. It looks like I got a branch that's half dead, but if you remember, that those two were terrible. Along with that, wasn't doing too good. But look how good they are looking now. More eggplant down the center. I do have my black mat to put down. I have just been too busy, and then now I've been sick. So, and then here's these onions. They're not doing good. ever since I cut them, they're not doing good. I cut them last year. They did pretty good, and I was unhappy with the way they acted, and I thought it was something about me with, I don't know. But onions look terrible in this bed. I don't know. I'm going to do some research about I did my research before about trimming onions. I seen what everybody else was saying. But you know, you never really see later what they say and how they reacted. And I'm not sure if I damaged them by cutting them down. I don't know, I don't know. But look at that. That's amazing. It's looking really, really good. Look at that squash. That's crazy, huh? Am I pointing the right spot? Right there? Well, I'm going to go in. All right. Let's talk about onions real fast, I hope. And I know it's not going to be. All right. For 7 years, I've grown onions. The first 5 years, I grew onions, kicked butt, baseball-sized onions, did not have a failure to it. 3 years ago, my last set of onions, I grew 300 onions that were baseball. My neighbors drooled over it, wanted to know what the secret is, everything. I grew them right over there in that little bed. Okay. Every year, I tear up that bed. I redo the soil that's in there. It is a hugelkultur, but I take care of the soil that's in there. I throw leaves in there. I throw hay in there, and I just completely mulch it in. I come out with good soil in that spot all the time. This year, 2022. Here we go. Onions were going really good in that back bed. My new beds up front, we're growing about half the speed. And so my concern was I thought that front bed was going to be a failure. All right. Now I'm haircutting the onions. They tell you to haircut between, I'm saying other YouTubers. I have not seen an agriculture video. I ain't seen none of that say about haircuts. We'll get to that in a second. Now, they say 3 to 4 inches, they say 5 inches, they say just trim the very tops, they say just cut one stalk off, they say cut the one that's folded over, cut that off. All right. Nobody's perfect at what they're saying. And I'm going to show you something. If you say I cut too much off, here's my fist. When I did this, I laid my hand around the onion, I pulled it up, and I set it down on the ground, it was flat on the ground, and I cut the onion up here. I got large hands. We're going to take a look, measure. Like I said, screen just went black. What I said is, I took them. I'm going to put my hand right there, and I'm at the bottom. So we should be somewhere in that area, and that is just over 4.5 inches. Okay. I cut 4.5 inches. Now, after I came on into the video, I went and searched YouTube. I went to a lot of YouTube channels. I was looking for people that talked about haircuts, their onions. And I didn't do this year because I wanted to check last year and hoping people would show what their harvest was with their onion haircuts. I never found one channel that talked about the final, at the end, how big their onions truly were. I didn't find a channel that's saying we're only going to cut so many onions and then we're going to leave the rest grow. As you've seen in my front bed, I can't remember how many I left originally. I think it was 8, or could have been 5. Anyway, I showed you 5 today. The 5 I did not cut. If you look at my videos, you can see those are the onions. Those onions right now are twice the size of the ones I did cut. Why? All right. So, the back garden. That back garden onion bed was, I'm going to say, 70% better than my front one before I did haircut. Since the haircut, that onion bed has gone to shits. Excuse my French. I've already pulled 3 or 4 onions out. They're dead, fall over. I have got, when I did the video, I seen it. There is at least 8 that are coming out of the ground today that has fallen over and died. Can't tell you guys. I don't understand it. But here's the deal. Here's my second part of my video searching today. I do follow probably another, well, I follow a handful of other very large gardening channels. Maybe 100,000 followers to 500,000 followers. They grow from an acre of onions to a couple 100 feet rows of onions. Guess what? Not one of them trim their onions. My head's shaking. None of them trim their onions. They leave them be. Now, I do know you've got to have the right onion to grow for your area. I am growing intermediate. I'm in grow 7A, I believe it is. That's the onion I need. I've been growing candy for 7 years. The same onion. The first 5 years, baseball size onion, which is about the size of your fist. That's what I used to grow. All right? I don't even know if I'll get that big here this year. Now, on those 5 that I showed you before, they may get that big. They may. We'll see. So, these massive garden channels don't talk about doing haircuts. Why? So, what are we searching for by cutting them? I have not seen any evidence by me cutting my onions, new growth coming out the sides. None. Okay? Haven't seen it. The same ones are coming up. I look at my 5 that or the 5 that's there now that I can remember. They look the same amount of green as the ones I did cut. Nothing's changed other than me cutting them, stunning them for a short time, healing over, and starting to grow again. So I just don't see, as of right now, unless somebody can send me links to watch the final, what they videos are. I'm not talking about just picking a video and say, that's their final harvest and they cut. You can't prove to me that, because I want to see you pull a cut and non-cut, what the difference in the onions is. I haven't found them. And big thing is, gardeners that have major amount of views, people watching them, huge people, don't trim their onions. So I've always had a saying, us gardeners, us homestead, we never fail. We just learn what works for us. So what I am going to tell you is, I will no longer anymore am I trimming my onions. I should have learned my lesson last year. I was listening to what everybody else says. If what I said to some people, and they lost their onions because of me, I'm deeply sorry for that, and I am. You know, you try to learn and listen, and I really should have searched for answers before I did anything like that. I wish I could see videos that proves to me that they cut them here and they didn't cut in the size and what the stalks are, and you just don't see it. Okay? And when you talk to other gardeners, I have actually messaged 2 of the onion people that I messaged 2 YouTube channels that grow onions. And I asked, do you cut onions? They said they never even thought of it, and they won't even attempt to try it. Their onions now are between, I've seen some of the onions they're growing now. They're about peach going into the size of a softball. I can't help it out, guys. I don't know what else to say, but you live and learn. I didn't fail at my onions. I just learned I'm never going to do that again. Sorry. All right, y'all have a good day. See you later. Bye.